Last time on Tides of Change. There's something a little bit off about this, supposed to be modeled after the current emperor. You spot an old man. Hello, who's there?
Why are you the only one here?
The others, oh, they walked into the song. The old city was the old capital. Vaer'Ghul and the Ghoul families were instructed to seal off the tunnels. Like a thread has been cut. It immediately opens its mouth and screams. Everybody give me another composure roll. As this happens, a fireball races through the water and hits the statue straight in its face, which triggers an explosion, causing it to shatter into 1,000 pieces. Welcome back to another episode of Tides of Change. Each video takes a dozen hours to bring to life, so it would really help the channel if you could leave a like. And remember, members get early access to the next episode. Now then, back to the story. The old man's name was Jorin. I don't know if anybody remembers.
That poor old man. Yeah.
First off, you guys have just exploded the statue. The old man is mostly deaf and blind, so he barely heard that there was even combat going on, so he's still inside his house. However, Solaris, you feel a trembling coming from your pocket pouch. You know Hyacinth's resonance worked for like half a second until the statue scream hit. What is everybody doing after the fight? Because Nix, I know you collected a gemstone from the statue remains, and Spira was almost trapped.
Yeah, Spira is swimming up and she's hugging herself.
Yeah, the aftermath of the battle, they're like the buildings are undamaged, but yeah, there's rubble everywhere from the explosion. Solaris, what would you like to do?
I'm sorry, can you can you repeat what happened, because I was a little bit out of it.
No worries, it's okay. It's right after the explosion. You feel a trembling coming from your pouch. Hyacinth is, you felt the resonance, the Fae resonance kicking in, and then as soon as the statue screamed, the resonance stopped. But you were in the middle of combat, so you didn't have exactly time to check. So yeah, you've got a...
Yeah, I would check on Hyacinth.
Hyacinth?
Oh, she's curled up in a ball, right?
Yeah. You can give me a resolve or composure. How do you want to play this, Tella? You've just basically experienced like a horrific vision from the abyssal scream. So if you want to try and pretend to be okay, you're gonna have to give me a composure roll. But if you just want to embrace the madness, then you don't have to do a roll.
I'm gonna try to do composure.
Okay. So yeah, give me a composure roll. So it'll be a +4 for your stat. 13. Okay. You're wobbly, but you're in control of yourself. So you can just speak up.
I can't speak. I don't want to look.
Also, Hyacinth, you feel guilty because there was a combat going on, and this was your moment to help out. And then at the worst possible moment, when you landed your resonance, you kind of let Solaris down in your character's mind. So yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. We won in the end. You did your best.
Good voice acting.
Thank you.
Yeah. Spira is also a bit shaken up. So Spira, you can also give me a composure roll because Spira was trapped. Tella. The statue created patterns on the floor and everybody ducked out of the way, and Spira tried to swim up. And the thing is that anything that's caught above the pattern gets trapped and has their spirits ripped out of them. So Spira was completely exposed and unable to move or fly or anything. Okay, yeah, Spira, you're also shivering a bit, but you're regaining control. You had memories back to that day when you felt helpless against the plague wraith.
Yep.
However, Nix, you hold in your hand a green gem. It's a rich, deep green, kind of like a jade, but you're not entirely sure what it is or what it does. But you found it amongst the rubble, and your perception, I'm gonna say, was high enough that your eyes spotted the shiny.
Oh, shiny. This shiny thing.
Yeah. Are you going to keep
Can
this
we
to
analyze
yourself,
it?
or are you gonna share it with the group?
Hello. Oh, we didn't even see it. Okay.
Yeah, because Spira.
I'm gonna share. I'm gonna show off my shiny green gem.
Nice.
Can we analyze it, Regina?
Yep, Solaris, you would know that the beacon statues do have a power source, as well as they would have to have runic inscriptions because they follow a certain pattern that is empowered by the underwater ley lines. So yeah, you know that this crystal is either related to the power source or the control mechanism. But yeah, you can do a alchemy roll with Spira. So
I mean, maybe it can give us some clues about who was controlling it. I mean, we already know that it's there, but maybe we will find out some more information about why or something.
Okay, give me a roll, both of you.
Sure.
Take-
Can we do this from up here? I don't want to go down.
Are you on top of one of the buildings now?
No, just above the ground. She's not going down to the ground.
All right, so the two of you give me an alchemy roll. The
Composure, resolve, and
composure,
arcana.
and arcana. Yeah. Oh, still a little shaken, I see.
Yeah, very shaken.
But when a 2 turns into a 26, you know your stats are getting a little crazy.
I knew it.
Yep.
I knew it. My first roll was the only one above 10. Just watch for the whole night.
As you're studying this, you realize that the fuel source has been destroyed and that this was the control mechanism. It also seems to have additional functions that you can't quite glean from it with your alchemy analysis of it, but you do get the impression that this gem could be used as an unlocking mechanism of some kind. So if there are any other doors or barriers, there might be a relationship between the architect who designed this runic system with other abyssal tech, because the abyssal magic, and this is something Solaris knows, is that there aren't that many spellcasters amongst the abyssal. Similar to the Thrope don't have a lot of spellcasters, but the abyssal are very good with runic development, and it's similar to how the dwarves are also really skilled with runes, but this is at the bottom of the ocean, right? So it's fundamentally different. The shape of the runes is also very unique to the abyssal, so it's very cult-like runic symbols. This gemstone is very valuable, and you might have further use for it down the line. Speaking of down the line, where is the old man? Oh wow, okay, he rolled he's done packing. He's got his stuff. He's like, oh, I can't wait to go to the old city again. It's been almost 80 years, 70 years. Yeah. Oh, Pella, that was another important thing. This old man, he was a child, because the old city, which is the runes underneath Vaer'Ghul, the old city was sealed away by the empire, by the emperor's family, and the Vaer'Ghul families were ordered to seal off the old city underneath. So the Vaer'Ghul city has been built on top of the ruins of the old city, and children do like to sneak into the old ruins to explore it because it's somewhere they're not supposed to go. And this old man that you have here, he snuck in when he was a 10-year-old boy at the exact same time when Zenai was battling a devil in the old city. So he almost froze to death while these two titans were clashing underwater. So he said he's never gone back to the old ruins ever since he almost died in them, but he's excited to go back because he's nearing the end of his life and he wants to explore those ruins one more time because his curiosity has got the better of him. So he's almost blind, he's almost deaf, but he wants to make one more trip to the undercity. So yeah. He's going to be your guide. Right. So he's packed and ready to go. And he's like, I'm going to go get Betty, okay? And he like starts shuffling off. How do you guys
Betty?
You can ask him if you want to know who Betty is.
I can't.
You can, if you're curious enough. Like,
No, because isn't Hyacinth still under?
No, it's the combat's over. Like especially after the statue exploded, the effects of it should be wearing off over time. It wasn't like you rolled a crit fail and took like permanent psychic damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who's Betty?
Betty. Oh, sweet Betty. You're gonna love her. She's all right. As he starts going to the edge of town, he starts like making strange noises with his throat. Lael, you recognize this as the abyssal's ability to communicate with ocean life, and you hear a after a brief while, and a huge crab. Like if all of you guys lay down on top of like in a row, it would still be wider than all of you laying down, like creating a human line. It is
basically a Dark Souls crab.
Yeah, it's slightly bigger than the Dark Souls crabs.
Oh.
It has it's also uniquely shaped because its carapace, as soon as it gets by, the lower part of its carapace pops open and you see that there's almost like a cavity inside of it, and you notice that there's also cushions and stuff lined inside of this cavity. And Lael, give me a investigation roll, a memory roll, intelligence roll. Yeah, so give me intelligence plus I'll say insights. So we'll go +5 plus your intelligence, so +7 to your roll.
Underwater bus.
It's not it's not as big as a bus.
The taxi then.
It is a taxi, yes. It's a crab taxi.
Oh, see? This is 3, okay.
This is your life now.
I never will roll as before the session starts again. No.
You vaguely remember riding in one of these before when you were much younger. They're very popular with families and the elderly, but most adult abyssals prefer to use seven-fin sharks and such to like race around. So if a seven-fin shark is your personal car, the crabs are more like the taxis, right? So yeah, everybody can like nestle inside of the crab's carapace on the lower part. And this is a female crab. And this carapace is normally where they would store millions of eggs, right? Millions and millions of eggs, but it's been repurposed because they've been tamed by the abyssal. This crab will treat you guys as one of her young, and she will protect you with her life to make sure you get where you need to go. So this is Betty. Her eyes move a little
Crab
bit.
tank?
Yeah.
Crab tank.
Her eyes move a little bit when she looks at you. She like wipes her eyes and you just hear like a as it like comes over to you guys, and it's just like its giant claws move forward and it wants to try and push you guys towards the carapace. Like, no, it's dangerous to be out here.
What kind of spider is that?
Oh yeah, you've never seen a crab before. And it's got 8 legs.
Friend, it's friend shape.
Hi Jensen, give me an animal control roll plus charisma. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. Betty does a happy little dance when she sees you like fluttering out of the pouch. And Betty has taken extra liking towards Hyanson. like Betty is like, this little one is as big as one of my brood. Like I must make sure that this one in particular is protected. So yeah, Betty has taken a big liking to you. Right. So Jorin is like, okay, we're heading to Vaer'Ghul. Vaer'Ghul, Betty. As he like pats her on the shell, and she just kind of like. So do you guys want to do anything else in the town before you catch a ride with Betty?
I mean, I think I will go with Finn instead of Betty.
That's fair. Okay. More space for everybody else in the crab carapace.
Yeah, and I don't really want to leave him outside alone. Although I don't know where he would be more safe, but still.
You don't trust the DM.
Exactly. I mean, I don't trust the DM even if I bring him along, but
Not at the last one.
I am so evil. As you guys are riding along in Betty's protective shell and Solaris is riding with Finn, zooming around, you get basically a very comfortable ride. Betty has incredible stability. Like, it is very comfortable, and you can tell that that Jorin has taken care of this crab for a long time. So he's happily resting on the cushions, and he's got some snacks in his backpack so you guys can like have a small meal, but it's a long trip. This is why Betty is so important, because this is a very long way to Vaer'Ghul. Remember, when you first arrived from the Gentle Death, the only beacon that was active was this town. So Vaer'Ghul is supposed to be a thriving city, a military city. So the fact that you couldn't hear it means it's going to take several days. Remember that Hadrian and Jareth are going to be launching their fake attack within a week. So yeah, it's going to take a few days to get there. But Betty is persistent. Even as you guys are sleeping, Betty is still crabbing along, just walking along the base. Everybody give me perception rolls. Essentially, if the seven-fin sharks are all about speed, then the crab taxis are all about defense, right? Because it's the bottom of the ocean. It's a little bit of a dangerous place. So yeah, as you are being transported by Betty, you guys see many things over the next couple of days. Swarms of krill was one of the most exciting moments, where you guys were completely covered in like billions of krill. Like, if for a moment it seems as if like Solaris was going to disappear with Finn because there were just that many. But the view from within the safety of Betty, you know, you guys just get to watch this huge swarm of colors just swimming all over you, because these krills are multicolored, right? So it's just this spectacular once in a lifetime kind of vision where you're just washed by a billion life forms. However, you also noticed at some point during your journey that only Nyx noticed this, but there was an eye in the depths of the deep blue, and the eye itself was as big as Betty. However, when Nyx tried to focus on it or let anybody know about it, it had already disappeared back into the nest. The ocean is...
Jono,
Yes?
I don't like this. One
The
reason why I do not like the ocean anymore.
But yeah, the ride itself is relatively uneventful. You get these amazing moments, these spooky moments. Sometimes you see creatures you never thought were possible. But yeah, there is one moment where Betty stands perfectly still, and Jorin, the old man, is just like, okay, nobody move, nobody move. And after a few minutes of absolutely nothing, Betty starts moving again, and Jorin explains that sometimes, you know, there are things out there that we can't always see. So when Betty freezes, it's usually a good idea to freeze as well. You know, just don't draw the attention of whatever is out there. And Nyx, you remember that eye. You're just like, yeah, there are things watching in the deep. Just a moment. However,
Oh, there's terrible things out there watching.
At some point during the journey, though, you come across a field of whale bone. There's just bones everywhere. Some of them you can still see the shape of whales. Others, they're just like piles of bones. You're not entirely sure. You do notice, strangely enough, that there appears to be a shack made out of these whale bones. Give me perception, everybody, one more time. Nice. Oh, I got 27. Spira is alive.
Yeah, I'm alive.
Yeah. So.
Not one I see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Spira is just like passed out on the comfy pillows. Nyx and Hyacinth immediately spot an old-looking mer sitting on a bench made out of whale bones outside of his hut made out of whale bones. And you guys remember the mer village back on Tarnithia. The mer really love their bones, but it's strange that there's just like one guy here. Is there anything anybody wants to say while Betty's
Yes,
walking
they
past?
really do love their bones.
Because yeah, Betty's just walking past, but you know, he's sitting there, he's holding a fishing rod in his hand. However, the fishing rod is going straight up. Hyacinth and Nyx, you both spotted. Hyacinth, give me a resolve roll, please. because every few seconds, this mer is sending a pulse of spirits through his fishing line to cause the hook and the bait at the top of it to pulsate and flash, which is attracting your moth senses.
No! Oh no!
So Hyacinth, you start drifting towards the fishing line, like, ooh, shiny.
Can I catch her? Just
Oh no! Can we catch her?
Let's see here. The old man who's fishing basically is like, what you doing there? You're gonna scare away my catch. He like waves at Hyacinth. Hyacinth, give me one more resolve roll.
Hold on.
You got this. 17. Yeah, you snap out of it. You're like, oh, okay. Like, it was,
my bad.
it was so shiny though, because it pulses.
I'm gonna cover my eyes while going back to the carapace.
Yeah, Jorin waves and he's like, Mike, how you doing? And Mike waves back. He's like, I'm good. It's good to see you out and about again. You see these old guys getting along really, really well. And Jorin is like, you got any spare rods? Mike is like, of course I do. He offers a rod to Jorin as Betty is continuing to walk past. So yeah, Jorin's got a lot of friends. And you guys just got a fishing rod. Would any of you guys like to catch some fish? Because it's been a few days, so the food and stuff that Jorin packed is starting to run a bit low. Who'd like to try fishing?
I mean, do I even need a rod for it, given my power?
True.
I can just command them to get into our net or something.
But you gotta first see the fish.
Hyacinth's not gonna try. She's gonna drift upward.
Spira can try.
Okay, give me a survival roll. So intelligence plus survival. So that's +9 for your roll. Very nice.
Yep.
19. Okay, yeah. You get the hang of it after a while. Essentially, it's a reverse fishing line. Instead of casting down, as soon as you let go of the bauble has some air in it, so it floats up, and you get the feeling like you can send your spirits into the line, which causes it to flash every now and then. And after not too long, you feel a tugging on the line, and as you pull it back down, you catch a really nice looking fish. Solaris, you know how to prep fish in the water, because I don't think the others
Sushi time.
Yeah, the others are not really aware of abyssal cooking method, but you do. So you give me a survival roll. And I'll give you advantage as well. So intelligence plus survival, and you can have advantage. Because you had to do this when you first traveled to Thal Azaf. Nice.
Oh, fine.
Yep, you take out one of your daggers, and in the blink of an eye, you descale the fish. You remove its guts, and you dice it up in such a way, and you basically prepare an entire plate of sashimi for the entire party. Very nice. Impressive cooking skills.
What's fish?
Oh yeah, Hyacinth and Spira don't really eat meat. What do you
Never tried fish. Is fish a meat?
Oh no.
Hyacinth, you want to try some of the fish?
Doesn't look like meat.
Yes.
Okay. Quick question. Do you like sushi?
Me?
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you want Hyacinth to become addicted to it? Well, not addicted, but discover a whole new world of flavor.
Yes.
Carnivorous Fae, let's go! You guys may have made a mistake.
Just pescatarian or whatever it's
The
called.
Fae has tasted flesh.
Exactly.
Oh no.
And the Fae are the OG contract magic users. I want my pound of flesh from now on.
Pescatarian.
She could just be pescatarian.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But joking aside, you guys have a great meal, and this does wonders for your recovery. Because remember, I'm keeping track of how much you guys are resting and how you guys are feeding and everything, because this is very important for your spirits and your recovery. As you use magic, you need to recover your spirits and your soul. So things like enjoying good food and having good rest is very important for restoring your spirit. But yeah, as you guys are traveling, eventually you start to see something on the horizon, and you see a familiar glow. Solaris, you remember when you arrived at Thal Azaf the first time you saw the orange hue of industry from the underground magma vents going towards the industrial area. It has that same glow in the distance. Is there anything you guys want to say or do before you arrive at the city? Okay.
Not really.
So then, as Betty makes her way, Solaris, give me just a pure intelligence roll, and let's see if you remember.
I can assure you that I don't. Yeah.
Close enough. You remember when you arrived at Thal Azaf, you were asked to have something? Remember the guards wanted your permission stone.
Oh, yes.
As you're approaching this military city, you remember that you guys don't have any documentation, but Solaris, you do have training, a very special training, as well as the
You do not need documentation.
you also have your original permission stone for Thal Azaf, so you have the capabilities of using your alchemy to create a forgery. So you could create permission stones for the whole party.
Oh, I thought I could just manipulate all the guards to think that I have one.
You can do that too if you want.
But
It's entirely up to you.
it's less of a hassle to just forge one thing that's a fake
Okay, so
and then manipulate all of them.
So Spira, would you like to help out with this?
Yes.
All right, Arcana, resolve and composure. Also, Hyacinth, what method of disguise do you want to use? Do you want to continue hiding in Solaris's pouch, or do you want to be abyssal sized and have a disguise like Nyx and Spira are using?
I think she'd rather just stay in the pouch for right now.
Okay, yeah. The instead of pocket sand, you got a pocket Fae. Ha! Pocket Fae.
She's much more powerful than Pocket Sand.
26 and 15, very nice. Okay, yeah, it takes a bit of a while, but the city is huge, so even though you could see it on the distance, it still takes a couple of hours before you approach close enough to see the details. So yeah, you create a impressive looking forgery. Solaris, as you're going through your own pouch, you remember that you still have some pearls left over from when you were staying at Thal Azaf, because the abyssal use pearls as their currency. They are very unique, where the species of oyster is only found in the capital city, and they were selectively bred. So these pearls have a unique color tinge to them, and every single pearl is marked. The bigger the pearl, the more value. So they come in different sizes. But yeah, you have plenty of pearls because you're well funded. So yeah, you've been carrying these pearls around for 8 months now, and they're finally going to come into use. It took almost a year, but you've got some spending cash.
I hope the inflation was not too bad.
Inflation's not that bad. Yeah, as you're approaching the city, you immediately spot that there are 2 types of buildings. There are the classic stone buildings found around the edges of the town, but towards the center of the entire city, you see these extravagant, luxurious columns of coral. And you can even spot at the top of these corals that there's a framework being laid down so that more coral can grow on top of that. Solaris, you would know that this is something that's only really seen in Nethralis itself. Usually Nethralis, because Nethralis is the capital city, the capital city has the economic powerhouse, with collecting all taxes and all that jazz. The Nethralis can afford such like extravagant construction techniques, but here it is happening in Thalazat, these glorious buildings being built out of coral itself. They're spectacular colors, and fishes are swimming every year. 2 guards approach Betty, and they immediately they essentially order you guys to stop. Jorin is like, Betty, please stop, Betty. And Betty comes to a halt. Do you guys want to get out? Or do you want to stay inside the protection of Betty?
Staying in my pouch. In the pouch.
Yeah, I think they should stay there, and I should speak with the guards.
So first off, let's have a fun roll here. Solaris and Nyx, let's see how good your deception is with your disguises. And Hyacinth, give me a stealth roll as well. No, that's good. You both passed. Yeah, Hyacinth, you are completely like hidden away. And Solaris, yeah, you immediately take center stage. You've done this song and dance once before. You know what the gods' weakness are. It's boredom and lack of interaction with interesting people. And you are most certainly an interesting person.
You mean interesting female persons?
I didn't say it. So yeah, you could just pop one of your head tentacles with one of your hands. Just like tuck it behind your ear. Like, hello? What are you guys doing here? What brings you to Vaer'Ghul?
I have permission to go inside and bring my family along here.
Oh.
My name is Nimel, and here is my permission stone.
Okay, let me have a quick look here. Okay, yeah, no, that looks good. Okay, just make sure that you take care of the old man and everything. He looks like, you see George just smiling like, like he can barely see and hear anyway as it is. So he's just smiling. But yeah, the other god is also just staring at Solaris. And yeah, Nyx, Spira, you realize like, wow, okay, like now that you're meeting more abyssal, you're realizing like how much Solaris won the genetic lottery. Like the abyssal octavugly kind of scary, but yeah, Commander Zur was really like cool, and Solaris is also really cool, but also like really attractive compared to some of these guys. These guys, they like, they got squid faces basically. Like, but yeah, Solaris, you basically have them like curled around your finger. So yeah, they basically let you through without any issues whatsoever. As you guys are entering into the city itself, I gotta change. Right, so Betty takes you guys, sorry, I'm trying to, here we go. Right, so as Betty is taking you around the edge of the city itself, because Jorin wants to go to the old city, you guys have been doing the math. You know that tomorrow is the day that Hadrian and Jareth will be launching their distraction attack. So you guys have 1 day to spend in this city, and I will be letting you guys decide which districts you want to go with the time that is left. But as you're approaching the edge of the town with one of the entrances to the old city, you notice that there are 2 gods that are stationed under there. Is there anything you want to do before you get straight to there? Because you're about like Betty is like walking over towards it, and Jorin can't really see that well. So from your perspective, you see that Betty and crew are heading straight for what is supposed to be a forbidden area.
Hyacinth kind of pokes her head out and she says, should we be going over there?
Can we stop him from heading to that area?
You can try talk to him, explain, be his eyes.
Can I just, I mean, not manipulate, but just steer Betty away from there with my voice?
Okay. Give me your animal control roll, which I don't. Yeah, you got animal handling down there. So yeah, use your manipulation plus animal handling. So that should be 8. Nick, so you wanted to be Jorin's eyes and ears, so you could tell him what's up front. Okay, 14. Yeah, you start to steer Betty away. You see that the guards who were tensing up a little bit, they relax when they see that it's going off. Jorin is like, oh wait, I have an idea, and he hops out of Betty and starts shuffling forward. And he's like, boys, how are your parents doing? You see the guards are looking, and they're just like, who is this? And he starts speaking towards them. Nix, you can hear, the others can't really hear from this distance. But yeah, he starts addressing them by name and also knows their parents as well. Like, Jorin has got a lot of connections. And he's just like, how are your parents doing? and they're all like, the two guards look at each
He's
other.
been around a long time.
Yeah, they look at each other just like, oh dear. Okay, we have to be careful with this guy, otherwise he's gonna tell our parents, and we don't want to deal with that. And he's just like, boys, how's things going for you? And they're just like, no, it's fine. And he's like, has the military been treating you guys well? And they're like, yes, actually, in fact, we all got raises. It's been fantastic. We actually have more pearls than we can spend. And Jorin's like, oh, that's wonderful. That's good. You should really invest in gold, though. And they're just like, no, it's fine. Please let us do our job. And he's like, how about I take us all to dinner and, just catch up on times. And you see that they squirm a little bit. They're like, no, I don't really want to go eat with the old man. But Jorin then says, well, I can get us access to the great Souffle. He laughs a little bit. And you see the two guards, their posture changes a little bit when they hear this. And the one is like, no way. And Jorin's like, yes way. I have my ways in as well. And the other guy's like, so you could actually get us into the Great Souffle. And he's like, yes, I can. Well, I'm not going to give up my secret straight away, but if you want to join us later this evening, we could go and catch up. And they're like, oh, that would be great, actually. When we'll meet you after our shift is done then. He's like, excellent. Okay, I'll see you boys later then. And he shuffles over to you guys, and he has like a crooked grin on his face when he turns back, and he's like, got him. He's going to take all of you guys to one of the most expensive and high-end restaurants in Vaer'Ghul itself. Solaris, you've heard whispers of the Great Souffle, but it's not something that particularly interested you. But the fact that this restaurant its name has traveled across the ocean, it already implies that it's quite a special place. So Betty takes you guys back towards the city, and Jorin is like, so yeah, we'll take him out, we'll wine him, we'll dine him, we'll get him drunk, and then we'll sneak in. As he laughs a little bit to himself. This old man is having the time of his life. He feels like he's a kid again. He's going on one last adventure, and he's going to enjoy it, damn it. So, yeah, you guys have a day, because the attack is going to happen tomorrow. But you've got a day now to explore the city. And there are I'm checking my notes here. So we've got the civilian area, we've got the entertainment area, we have the military and industrial areas, and then we have the old city itself. And the current plan is to get the guards drunk and sneak into the old city that way, But if you guys want to do something different, you can. But I'll let you guys pick.
I would like to visit the military area because Spira and her bows and arrows don't really work underwater, so we should buy her something better.
Okay, and the others, what areas interest you?
Hyacinth wants nothing to do with this place. She's just gonna stay in the pouch. She's a bit wary.
Okay. I will say this.
Can I
though.
go back on land? Please.
Okay, so it's a bustling city. There's loads of people everywhere. And it's a bit of a contradiction because you went from a ghost town to the city that is overflowing with people. There's families, there's military people, you know, there's hustle and bustle. It's a great big city. And you can see that there's shops, there are parks, there's open areas, there's marketplaces. There's loads and loads of things to do in the city. And you also notice that there are lots of crabs. There are lots of crabs along the swimways that are transporting people. There's also a lot of seven-fin sharks swimming around as well, dragging people from place to place. So there's a lot of hustle and bustle. It's much more livelier than you were expecting. And a lot of light as well, because again, the coral has been embedded with light sources as well. So these exorbitant, extravagant city structures are also lighting up the dark down here. Like, it is very unexpected, even for you, Solaris. This is a bit much. Would you like to know more about the different areas? We have...
Yeah.
So in the civilian area, we have the high-end shopping districts, and we have the drift markets that are near the park. Then in the entertainment areas, we have the Bubble Theater, we have the Kitsune Horror House, and we have the Seven-Fin Racing Gambling House. In the military area, there's the weapons factory, the communications relay, the training grounds, and the store.
Gosh, this Kitsune Horror House.
So
I
yeah.
mean, my life has been a Kitsune horror house for the past year, so I will pass on that.
Does that interest anyone else in the party, though? Would you like to check out?
Now I know well.
Hyacinth kind of pokes Solaris. Do they have kitsunes over there?
Solaris?
I don't think so.
Maybe they have some of Nyx's friends.
You know what? I am curious. I want to see what the
Okay.
Kitsune Horror House is of us.
All right.
Okay, let's
So-
go and see.
So as you approach the Kitsune Horror House, you see there is a long line and queue of lots of families, particularly young abyssal children. But you can see that it is dressed up in an almost caricature of the architectural style of the Celestial Den. Nyx, you, being it that it is your homeland, you notice everything that is both right and terribly wrong. the perspectives, the proportions, all of it is slightly off, slightly out. Some of the colors aren't particularly wrong, but it's a good enough attempt. As you go past the queues, once you get past the queues into the house itself, you see that there are loads of paintings of giant foxes like eating their own children, and like there's like statues of like sword wielding, and they all have these extreme like scary painted faces and everything. You see actors dressed up with like fake tails, and they're using blue painted seaweed to make it look like the azure foxfire, and they're like scaring the children as they go past them and everything, and it's just a straight up like horror house as well. You notice Solaris, I assume your character's rolling their eyes the entire time.
Absolutely.
Comedy house.
Yeah, but
Is this what it's like over there?
yeah, they're eating their own children over there.
You eat your own. How did you survive, Nick?
Now you see why I don't want to be at home.
It's really like that?
I hope you don't have to go over there.
Amazing. I am so impressed. You see a badly dressed up abyssal wearing like a mask with fake fox ears, like paper mache fox ears, and he starts like chasing after the group, and you guys like are expected to run. What do you do?
Solaris, run!
The whole time I'm just laughing, completely laughing.
And I'm just rolling my eyes. I mean, it's just...
Maybe it was a good idea coming here.
Nyx, would
He
you
was
like,
just very
I
confused.
didn't know this was a comedy show.
Nyx, would you like to drop your guys for half a second and go boo to the guy chasing you?
Yes.
Okay, give me.
Yes.
So as you dip around the corner, you drop your guys for half a second. So So you have all 5 tails, and as soon as like the rest of the group runs past, the actor who's chasing you guys like comes around the corner and you're there. Give me a charisma roll. So let's see, charisma plus your diplomacy and persuasion, just to like 11. Let's see how he handles it. Yeah, he stops in his place, and he just looks at you with his jaw dropped. He's like,
Just illusion.
"Teach me your makeup tricks, man. Jeez, try hard much." And he storms off, just like because he made his paper mache ears himself, and you just completely out him by making. He's just like embarrassed. He's just like, "Jeez, ruined my moment, huh?" Storms off. Yeah. Jeez, you went that extra mile for the job, huh? You should maybe...
I don't know whether I should take that as a compliment or insult.
You see one child like walk past, looks up at you and goes, "Not scary enough," and storms off as well. Because he didn't roll high enough. So yeah, because you're an actual kitsune, and this is like exaggerated. So they don't even know what a real kitsune is supposed to look like, so when they see what they're like, it's not scary enough. Boo! The child looks really scared. But yeah.
It's not my fault. I'm naturally fluffy.
You exit the horror house, and yeah, you some of you had a great time. Solaris is just like eye rolling to the back of their skull. Where would you guys like to go next? There is the military zone, but that is somewhat off limits depending. There is.
I mean, I would like to visit the blacksmiths. I think it's not
So the
really or entire. If there is a blacksmith in the marketplace, then yes.
Okay, yeah. So there is the high-end shopping districts, and then there's also the drift markets. The high-end shopping districts are amongst those coral towers, and they are, again, you can see that the wealth is absolutely flowing in this place, because even the pedestals are lined with illuminated algae showing off the various products. It's mostly fashion items, and it uses a lot of metals in it as well, which should set off some alarm bells for you, Solaris. The fact that they're using metal for fashion for the general population is also like, what?
Yeah, it's unheard of.
Yeah. But there's also a very interesting product that you've not heard of. They're called shell phones.
What? Shell phones?
Yes. They have runes inscribed on them, which can link to any other shell phone in the city. And if you know the spirits of someone who possesses such a thing, you can make a communication with them.
Wow.
But it only works inside the city because it's a rune, so it uses the wild spirits or your own spirits to power them. There is a Jorin looks at it and he's just like, I hate this technology stuff. And he goes, when we were younger, we played with the cheaper ones. There is a walkie-talkie version, but you would find those in the drift markets. So the walkie-talkie ones are like one-to-one link, whereas these shell phones connect to like all other shell phones in the city.
Okay, will I be able to afford to buy each one of us one? I don't know how many pearls I have exactly, but you said that I am well funded,
You're
so
loaded. Yeah. So
okay.
the thing
Let's
is,
buy shell phones.
Do you want the shell phone or do you want like the walkie-talkie shell?
The shell phone.
Okay.
I mean, if I am loaded, I will buy a shell phone. Who needs
Okay.
a walkie-talkie if we can have an iPhone?
Everybody pick your favorite
Go
color.
big or
Do you want
go
rose
home,
gold?
right?
Steel. Mine is steel.
So I'm going to assume
Purple.
you get the shell phone mini for Hyacinth
want
and the
red.
shell phone Pro Max for Spira.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, Solaris splurges, taking out some of the pearls. Sorry, I was just swallowing some popcorn. You guys are each gifted a shell phone, which again will allow you to communicate with each other as long as you are in an area with enough spirits. Okay. If there are no
How
wild
big are
spirits-
these shell phones?
Pardon?
How big are these shell phones?
They're hand-sized, so you can
So
hold,
like regular
yeah,
phones.
so you can hold them to your ear, and you can hear. At the moment, you just hear static like the ocean, but when you activate it by flooding it with your spirits, it will seek out another shell phone that has the connection of the person you're trying to communicate with. So because you guys have been with each other for 8 months now, you know each other's spiritual signature very, very well. So it's very easy to connect to one another using these. Okay. But that's about it for the high-end district. But there are the drift markets. The drift markets are these not giant, they're very large jellyfish, and each jellyfish has a different market seller aboard. And just a moment, I'm going to put on the drift markets music. Right. Solaris, you have drift markets back home, both in your hometown as well as in Thalazar. The drift markets are always a little sketchy, like the regular shopping districts are where the legit business happens, but the drift markets, sometimes you get some knockoffs, you get quite a few scammers, but you can find a bargain and a deal and a diamond in the rough every now and then here. So yeah.
You can bargain.
Yeah, you can bargain, you can haggle, and you can try to avoid being ripped off. Spira and Hyacinth have no idea how markets in general work, and Nyx already got scammed on Froz. So yeah. You guys don't have a very good record of dealing with marketplaces. Also, Hyacinth stole something the last time. You might
Yeah. I think I'll pass on this.
Hyacinth, give me a perception roll. Your highest mental. So +4
No.
+9, so 19. Very nice. Yeah, the Hyacinth, you spot that there's lots of shiny pearls being exchanged between the people on these floating jellyfish. You also notice that the stinging tentacles of the jellyfish have been wrapped in seaweed, so they won't harm people as they drift around. Oh yeah, these marketplaces are bouncing at different levels and heights and drifting around the city. So people are swimming out of their buildings and going up to the drift markets to haggle and barter and stuff. But yeah, you spot lots of shiny things, and you also, let's see here.
What are those ball things? What are those shiny balls? I want one.
Solaris, she's talking about the pearls.
You can have one. This is our currency. We pay for things with this.
Oh, well, I don't know what that means, but can I have one?
You can give her a tiny
If we
one.
finish, yeah, okay. I will give her a tiny one.
Pretty.
As
Can
you're
Spira
going...
get a sample of the jellyfish?
Oh, I see what you're doing there. Okay. So as you go over to one of the store sellers, also before we get to the jellyfish thing, Hyacinth, you do spot that there is a guy selling clothes for dolls, but in this case they're perfectly sized for Fae. So if you want to get some new clothes or appearance or anything, this is like your one chance you're gonna find like new clothes to try out.
She's gonna tug on Solaris and be like, can we go over there? Can we go over there? But she's still in the bag. She doesn't want to be seen by anybody.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have shell phones.
Wait, you're what?
You've got shell phones, so you can just talk in Solaris's ear using your phone to talk to her.
How you think she knows how to use a phone?
True.
She just thought she gave her a funny little gadget.
Tiny shell. It's like you buy an
I'm a
iPhone for a
teacher.
5-year-old who drops it.
She's like, this is pretty, but why do I need it?
I will quickly teach her how to use it.
So, what dress do you want to get?
Me?
Tell her.
She's gonna look at a blue frilly one, but she's also eyeing that pink frilly one. But then there's also a white frilly one. But then there's also a yellow one. But then she can't decide.
Give me a composure roll.
Posure.
You want them all. When the DM is trying to make a player a kleptomaniac. 22. Yeah, you hold your composure. You hold it in, but Solaris, you just get this tugging sensation that you know that like Hyacinth is like really interested in many of the dresses. Solaris, which one do you pick for Hyacinth?
I think the white one. It complements her wings.
Ooh, okay. So in that case, yeah, you purchase the white one and you stuff it into your pocket pouch.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay, Spira, you go up to one of the shopkeepers. You notice that they've also made like a seaweed mat that they can sit on top of the jellyfish. It's very springy. So yeah, as you sit down, you want to take a sample of the jellyfish itself, but you gotta pretend like you're interested in some of his goods. He has a lot of like figurines, and he promises that these are known to bring luck. They speak to the spirits, and they bring you good fortune. Only 5 crowns.
I'm buying 2.
All of the spirits. They talk to all of the spirits.
All of the spirits, both future and present and past. He's such bullshit. He's such a scammer. you know, you get those like those radioactive stickers, those ionizing stickers. It's like
No.
he's pretending to sell stuff like that, where he's just like, yes, this will bring you good spirits.
Yep. Spira is pretending all along she knows that's not true.
You can spirit sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had to give you spirit sense roll. You overhear this and you're just like, let me check.
+5 in a dash.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Good thing it's not combat today. But yeah, you pick up on some bad spirits coming from this guy. You get the impression that he's racking up some bad karma with his scammer ways.
And she's gonna call on the phone and be like, that's a bad spirits.
All right, Spira, give me a deception. Let's see, you're not really give me a stealth roll here for larceny. So dexterity plus stealth, so that's +7. Nix, is there anything interested in the markets that might catch? Oh my god, nat 20. So
Nice.
not only do you
Oh my
get-
gosh.
Not only do you get your sample, but you also leave a warning note for future customers who can like pick up on the signs that this guy is bad. You're gonna ruin his business for the day. Nice. Yeah, you basically leave a little warning. Very nice. You get your sample. Right. So, Nix, is there anything in the marketplace that might interest you that you could expect to find in market? Solaris, there are weapons being sold here as well, but you also know that there are weapons in the storage of the military bases. So you can choose to either like go shopping here, or you can like risk the military area as well. It's up to you.
Maybe a spear.
Okay.
I think I would risk it
Okay. So Nix, give me.
because those may be of higher quality than these.
First off, give me diplomacy and persuasion with manipulation from Nix. So that'll be +8 to your roll. So Nix finds a storekeeper who's selling some spears. Solaris, give me an appraisal roll. So intelligence.
And this
plus-
is what I want. Yeah, I should inspect this first before we buy anything. So it's just an appraiser, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, Nix, he tries to upsell you hard on this totally authentic.
I was trying.
What am I talking about? It is a legitimate spear from the Celestial Den.
Of course. I don't even need appraisal for that to be.
It must have fell down somewhere.
But yeah, I can say that
I want it.
you've got a Temu ordered Celestial Den spear. I'm sure it'll hold up well in combat.
I want it.
The first time you try to use it.
Yeah. In fact, how bad is it? Oh my god, the moment you pick it up, it snaps in half.
Thank God.
You realize that this is a prop
It
shop.
shatters in my hand.
Yeah, it's a prop shop. It's a toy.
Damn it.
If they fight with these in the Celestial,
It's a
then
toy.
I'm not sure why we're not won the war yet.
All right. So, I'm gonna say that you guys are done with the marketplace. If you want to get weapons, you probably will have to go to the military storage areas. But before that, there are 2 other places. As you're passing by the Bubble Theater, you notice that it is sold out, but you see that there's a stone chiseling advertisement of abyssal dancers. It's a live performance that blends mediums of water and air, so the dancers are performing tricks inside giant bubbles, and apparently it's a spectacular show of refracted light and movement and performance and everything. Tickets are completely sold out. Sorry, I'm However, you do hear cheers and shouting coming from the other side of the street, and you see that there is a racetrack for seven-fin sharks, and there is a wanted stone posted outside of it as well, that they are looking for additional racers. Solars, you want to earn some
Are you implying that I
pearls?
should? I mean, I can earn some pearls even without Finn, because I
Go
should.
get some money.
I can manipulate sea creatures, so I can just bet on one of them and.
Why don't you
make them
manipulate the competition?
win, and the others not win. That's all.
So, does
Cheater.
anybody want to ride Finn in the seven?
I gave you my pearls. I will give you more.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought so.
So, what do you want to do? Do you want to enter, or do you just want to bet? Which one do you want to do? Or do you want to enter and bet on yourself? Like, have the party bet on the racer.
I don't want to be. I mean, I don't want to make Finn tired before entering the city. I mean, the old city. So I think I would just bet
Okay.
and make the others lose the match.
Give me a second. I'm just looking for it here. Okay. So, as you enter the gambling hall, you see dozens of abyssal are busy throwing stone-shaped dice on tables. There's a lot of gambling going on. There's a lot of shouting. It's all like very overwhelming, especially for Hyacinth and Spira, because their people in hometown is nothing like this. This is a bustling city. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of abyssals that you've met today. In the past, few hours, you've seen 1,000 abyssal faces. It's a very bustling city.
My goodness.
Yeah, there's a lot of shouting. as
People in
are
one
losing-
place.
People are losing their bets and shouting aggressively, and you see security tossing other people out, and you hear cheering coming from the betting hall. Yeah, Solaris, you were running a little low on pearls after all of the spending and splurging today, but yeah, you know how to win it all back. Put it on rest. No, I'm joking. So, give me a number between 1 and 20. No, 1 and 19, because there's a missing shark. Could have been 20. You could have been number 20.
All right, I will be the.
No, I'm saying. You can just place a bet.
Okay, so number 6.
Number 6. Okay. How much do you want to bet? Do you want to bet all your pearls, or do you want to bet half your pearls, or just a few pearls?
Just half. I'm not risking all of them, and I don't want to seem too suspicious for betting a large sum.
All right. So you get your stone that shows that you bet X amount of pearls on shark number 6. We're gonna call him Fangus for now. Fangus. Right.
Angus.
Right. So definitely has nothing to do with the horse racing game that's been taking over the internet recently. Right. You place your bets. You see loads of people are gathered in the crowd in the stalls, and there's a clapping of two stones cracking against each other, and the seven-fin shark explode out of the gates with their riders being dragged right behind them. Nix, your arm hurts just looking at it since you were dragged around by Finn so much, but these are thoroughbred race sharks. So, whoosh, they're going around the track. Solaris, let us use your primal ability.
Oh.
Yes.
So we'll use it's a specialized form of projected psychosis. So instead of psychosis, it's just projected psychosis. So you will use your manipulation, composure, resolve, and arcana. So it's a very special type of spellcast here. So 5 plus 6 is 11, plus 3 is 14, plus 14 to your roll.
Finally, something good.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you notice that the effect of your voice as you're pretending to shout and cheer with the rest of the crowd. That the other sharks start to slow down a little bit as number 6 starts tearing into the lead. You hear people hollering and raging. One guy next to you screams, "Number 6 never wins a race. What's going on?" You hear, and they're very upset as the race is going. Give me another roll, because you don't want to push things too far. So the other shark starts to slowly catch up again, but number 6 is still in the lead. You roll 24, very nice. Oh my goodness. One of them rolls a crit fail. The other one rolls a 5. So there's a little bit of an accident here on the racetrack as one of the 7-fin sharks accidentally bites the rider of another shark, causing the two of them to spin off from the course. You hear lots of laughter and shouting coming from the other abyssal. As I see, it was like a playful nibble. It wasn't like a full-on like hungry bite, but it was just like a lashing out. So those two, number 17 and number 3, are out of the race entirely. As it comes closer towards the edge of that, again, number 6 make it. Number 6 rolls 17. What is he up against? He is up against the, oh my goodness, number 19. They're very close. They're neck and neck, right towards the end of the line. They'll give me a pure luck roll to see if you win here. Nice, you win it. You got above 10. You won the coin flip. And number 6 crosses the line. You doubled your pearls. Congratulations. Number 6 was a dark shark candidate. So yeah, not many people bet on number 6. So congratulations on your winnings.
Thank you. And I will give some bigger pearls to Hyacinth.
Thank you.
You hear Jorin is just hollering because he also bet on number 6 because he's having the day of his life because he's like just enjoying everything. So yeah, he's like jumping up and down. He's like, yeah! he isn't even aware that you cheated. He's just like hyped. For him, this is like the most excitement he's had in years because he's like 90 plus. So you want to go to the military base now, right?
I mean, yes, I think I should sneak in.
Does anybody want to join Solaris or do you want to wait patiently outside? Oh, Hyacinth, you don't have a choice.
I don't have a choice.
You're the pocket fae. Right.
Spira kind of wants to join, but I don't think that's a good idea.
You can do what you guys did in the town last time where Nyx is the ears and you're the spirits.
I will wait patiently
off.
outside.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And I mean, you guys all
Plus, we have the shell phone.
Yeah, you got shell
Yes.
phones and stable phones. I love that, the shell phones. Right. So let me change.
Yes, we have cell phones now. We can actually call.
You mean shell phones? I don't know what cell phones are.
Yeah. Man, what a knockoff. Sounds like something a land breather would
Yes,
would say.
shell phones.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Sorry, an air breather, not a land breather. Land walker, air breather. Anyway, okay. So, Solaris, you're sneaking into the military base. Give me a stealth roll. Dexterity plus stealth.
It's 11.
Nyx, give me a perception roll. And Spira, give me a spirit sense. Hyacinth, would you like to resonance buff Solaris here?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
Give me an
you.
arcana roll. Resolve, composure, and arcana. I like how we're even squeezing in a Mission Impossible session in today. Okay, Hyacinth rolled 36. So Solaris, you're getting a plus 18 to your roll. So your 20 becomes a
Nice.
38.
Nice.
Spira and Nyx, did you do your perception roll? Any luck, Nyx?
Oh.
All right. Oh, there we go. 25. Perfect. Okay. So
Any second now.
yeah,
Any minute now.
it came through. 25. You got 25. So, Spira, your spirit sense is not picking up on anything particularly dangerous. You do notice that there is a familiar sensation around the perimeter of the city itself. When you use your spirit sense, you pick up on the same signature as the beacon back in the ghost town that you were at before. So you get the impression that there might be multiple beacons around the edges of this city. So that's what you pick up on with your spirit sense. Nyx, you hear pretty much everything with all the guards talking to each other and the trainees in the camps and everything. So you're able to guide Solaris through to avoid being detected. Solaris, your stealth buff with Hyacinth's boost allows you to sneak in to which facility would you like to sneak into? Because we have the weapons factory, the communications relay, the training ground, or the storage. Remember, there is going to be a big sea battle tomorrow.
I mean, is the storage where they store the weapons?
Yeah, a lot of weapons will be placed in storage as well.
Okay, so then the storage, I think, first.
Okay.
Can I somehow destroy? I mean, I would like to grab some weapons for us and maybe destroy the rest if I
You
have
want to do a
time,
little
or
sabotage?
just a little bit, yes.
Just a spoonful of
to go.
sabotage. You gotta go?
I have to go.
No worries. We're gonna have the restaurant thingy after the little side quest here. But thank you for joining us, Teller.
I'm sorry.
No worries. It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
Worries.
Yeah. Have a fantastic
Thank you.
day. Bye.
Y'all have a good
Bye
week.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye
You
bye.
too.
Care.
Hey.
So, Solaris, you are in the weapons vault. You see that there are loads of different spears and swords and seven-fin gear, as well as what looks to be different stone statues. They're not the same as the beacon. They are much smaller, and you get the impression that they are definitely trying to mass produce these things, but it doesn't look like it's fully operational yet. But you can see that there is definitely a plan going on here. What accident would you like to cause?
I'm thinking about something that will be triggered when someone opens the door after I left, because I don't want them to suspect me
Okay.
while I'm still there.
You notice that there is a barrel, like there's a stone container that looks like a barrel, but it's made out of stone. And it contains the same black liquid that you saw in the statue from
nice.
before. So yeah, you can use your very special training to rig up a little bit of a trigger. I mean, there's plenty of materials around here to scramble something together. So yeah, you can set up a little bit of a firework display.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Okay, give me a survival here, but with advantage.
But
So,
first, I think I should collect whatever
okay.
I want to take with me.
Yep, you see there are some spears like Nyx was looking for earlier.
I'm definitely grabbing a spear for Nyx.
You also
and
see some confiscated harpoons from the Centauri, from the various Centauri fleets. You know, even though the Abyssal don't really use harpoons, they are some stored here as treasures of war, essentially.
And I wanted to have some new daggers with serrated blades for myself.
Let's have a look here. Yeah, there you can find some there. So you can swap out your blades for some upgraded ones.
Are you grabbing something for Spira as well, or are we?
Yeah. That was my first.
Yeah. So do you grab a harpoon
think-
for Spira?
yes. Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of weapon do you think Spira will do best with?
Well, the harpoon
you
will
have-
use
you
your arrow, bow and arrow skill. Sorry.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you still have to aim with that. And maybe I can give you some of my old daggers just in case.
Spira, is there any particular weapon that you're looking for as well?
Spira doesn't know a whole lot about weapons, so she knows how to use a bow and arrow. But for anything else, my first thought is that a spear is probably gonna be easier than a sword. But Solaris probably knows a whole lot more about weapons than Spira does, so Spira is just fine with whatever.
Yeah, I would say that Spira, you're able to carry the two spears and the harpoon with a couple of harpoon ammunition, a couple of bolts. But any more than that, you're going to start to be overburdened. Even though you've got the resonance buff, there's only so much you can hold before it becomes.
Okay, I won't be a loot goblin. Okay.
Well, I mean, you still got to sneak out of this place while carrying
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Also,
Okay,
you
so
guys-
I will grab these and then set up the trigger for the firework.
Spira, you are busy keeping Jorin and Betty entertained. After your spirit sense, you picked up that there was nothing really coming by, so you're just chatting to Jorin and making sure to keep him focused so he doesn't disappear on you guys. Solaris, give me another stealth roll. So take your plus 11, but then add 18, so it'll be plus 29. 37, very nice. Give me survival plus wit to set up your sabotage.
Oh, and that's funny. Finally.
No way.
Nice.
Wow.
I will blow up the whole military section, not
No
just
worries.
the storage room.
Don't worry, that Chekhov's gun will go off eventually, but not right now.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's a real shame that the industrial sector is right next to the military base, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Well, you guys wanted to make an entrance to the old city, right?
Oh my god.
Anyway,
I just hope I won't be a mass murderer.
we'll find out. But yeah, you are able to set up your little sabotage, and you're able to sneak out of the military base itself. You see that Jorin is by Betty, and Betty is the perfect place to stow away your stolen goods. Because he's got the little carapace pouch. So yeah, you can basically hide your weapons with Betty, and Betty can bury herself in the sand for when you need her.
Nice.
All right, but with all those activities out of the way, you've spent most of the day, and it's almost time to go to the Great Souffle. Okay, so as you approach you're in the Coral District again now. This is the very high-end, very expensive area. You notice that a lot of the abyssal in these parts of the waters are dressed really extravagantly. Like, not even Lady Thal dressed as ostentatiously as this for Solaris. Okay. Guys, give me a deception roll to fit in. So it'll be, your manipulation plus your either deception or survival, whichever one. I think it's survival for Nyx and Spira. Woo! Well, Spira's good.
Yep.
Let's see.
And then manipulation. Okay. It's rolling.
Oh.
It's rolling.
You rolled a 9. So, Solaris. Oh, yeah, what was Solaris's roll?
I rolled a 9.
It's survival and
But-
manipulation.
Manipulation and deception, so you should have advantage.
Oh,
Plus, you're getting.
Okay,
oh no,
okay.
I'm gonna say Hyanthin switched off the buff to preserve her spirits. Now that
Yeah.
you're out.
Okay, so it's just plus 16
Oh no, just 16.
with advantage. I
With-
mean,
ah.
it's me, so it's still not that. Just like I told you, it's a 2 and a 4. So yeah, I mean,
Impressive. But yeah, Solaris and Spira blend in pretty well. Solaris in particular is drawing a lot of attention because of like their impressive looks. Unfortunately, Nyx is walking very strangely and is unused to the disguise. Like you said that you chose beard tentacles, right? The facial tentacles before. You
The
went
beard
with-
tentacles.
Yeah, bald head and beard tentacles, if I remember correctly. So yeah, you keep like blowing like to get them out of your face because they're like tickling your chin. You're not used to them at all, which is getting a lot of attention from people around. Solaris, can you give me a deception roll again? So manipulation plus deception to try and like cover for Nyx.
I mean, they are just a little special. It's not nothing to see here.
33, very nice. Yeah, you're able to pull attention completely away from Nyx and onto you, and you just strut forward, and like a lot of the other abyssal are just like ooh. You see the two.
I mean, I got the good genes in the family.
Yeah. So you see the two guards that you met outside one of the entrances to the old city.
Oh my gosh.
They've been waiting in line.
I'm so sorry. I mean, yeah.
So they wave at you guys when you guys are walking past, and Jorin is like, "Oh, there you are, come." So they leave the line and they join you, and you guys skip the line completely and go straight up to the front door. And at first, the security at the front entrance is just like, "Who the heck is this? Do you have a reservation?" And Jorin is like, "I always have a reservation. You can ask the head chef themselves." And the security guy, like, his eyes close a little bit and is just like, "I've seen this scam before." But he decides to not argue with an elder, so he lets one of the younger guards like stand at the front while he goes and actually checks. And a few minutes later, he comes right out and he's just like, "I am so sorry. Please come right in." You're let straight in and taken to a table. Jorin's got connections.
Yeah.
So
It's this old man.
yeah, so it turns out that Jorin and the head chef are childhood friends. In fact, they were exploring the old city together when they were younger, and Jorin is the reason that the two of them came out alive. So Jorin gets to eat here for free whenever he wants.
Oh, it's not even a free reservation, it's a free food as well.
Yes,
Nice.
Yes. So Jorin is just like, I can come by whenever I want, and I can bring my friends too. You can tell he like really enjoys it. The head chef comes out and like they're also really old. Like this time it's a she. So she comes out, she's really old as well, but she gives Jorin a big hug and is just like, you've got all skin and bones. You need like more food, Jorin. You need more food. And she like goes back into the kitchen and you can hear her shouting in like a military voice to the other kitchen staff to like double their efforts. You see a lot of the soldiers flinch as well, especially the two guards that are with you. They flinch when they hear this because their training kicks in a little bit where they're like, ooh, I don't like that. And the one guard leans forward and is just like, how did you get these kinds of connections, old man? And he tells the tale of how he was in the old ruins, and the guards are just like nonsense. Like, they were told that there was a 9-tailed fox monster that busted through into the old city, and that's why it was closed off. The other guard starts arguing with him and is just like, no, I heard it was a primal seraph. And the other guy's like, you're an idiot. Primals don't exist anymore. And they like bicker back and forth between each other, where Jorin just laughs it off and is just like, it's funny how stories get exaggerated with each telling, as he rubs his hands together as he's waiting for his food. Let's see, give me perception rolls, everybody. I'll roll for hindsight as well.
Perception is
9.
highest mental plus perception, right?
Yes. My Anson rolled 23. Nice.
Oh,
23, 28, 23. Nice. Okay. Yeah, you guys are given a great seating, so you get a full view of the kitchen itself. So, oh my goodness. That is a lot. I am going to, okay, yeah, no, that was part of your advantage. So that makes sense. Okay. So yeah, you get a great view of the kitchens itself, and you can see that this kitchen is quite extravagant. There are the glass lava pipes, Solaris, that you know from the other cities. But these ones are running up into the kitchen and surrounding these stone cubes that are making ovens. The ovens themselves also have the abyssal runes inscribed on them, so that there's actually air trapped inside the ovens. But the heat of the magma passing around the ovens is what's warming them up inside. So they're doing all sorts of cooking in here. You also see that there are several sapphire pots. So they're made of like the blue sapphire crystal stone. And they are like cooking food directly on top of it. And there is also a live cooking bubble show that also happens once a day as well. Apparently the head chef is the only one who is capable of doing the live cooking show, and she's getting old in her years, so she only does it like for special guests and such. But a menu is brought forth to you guys in very efficient abyssal writing. The stone tablets are placed in front of each of you. Only Solaris can understand this because it's a very special type of writing. It's very efficient. But yeah, Solaris, you're gonna have to translate for everyone. I'm gonna send you some messages now.
Psst, what does it say? I can't read anything on this menu.
Is there anything plant related?
okay, there's a lot of things here, guys, like grilled salt salmon in pearl pepper sauce, and lobster casserole, kelp tempura, dark moon tart, whatever you want, just choose.
Kelp tempura sounds
something with meat.
plenty.
That's good.
So Spira wants to have the kelp tempura, and who wants the lobster casserole or the grilled salt salmon?
I would like to try the grilled salt salmon.
What the salmon?
You both want the salmon. Okay, then Jorin will order the lobster casserole.
Oh
okay.
my gosh.
And then you all can have a dark moon tart for dessert. All right. So the head chef, she comes out and she's like, well, if there's anybody who deserves a live cooking show, it's my friend Jorin. She with one hand starts using casting magic to control both air and water, so the ingredients can be prepped in whichever medium is best suited for them. So the grilled salmon, so the salt salmon is an ocean type salmon, and it is placed inside a sapphire pan which has one of these air bubbles placed on top of it, so it actually fries like a normal frying pan from like Spira's perspective and Nyx's perspective. However, there's a whole bunch of other ingredients that you guys don't recognize before. as well as pearl pepper sauce, which is has quite a bit of kick to it. When she's done cooking that one, it's served up on a bed of crunchy seaweed with speckle shrimp. So Solaris, when you get this dish, it tastes a little bit sweet and sour with a fresh taste to it. So Nyx and Solaris, that's the one that you get. The Klobster casserole is a large Klobster, so it's like a lobster, but it's got like 2 giant hammer-shaped claws on the front. So instead of crushing between 2 claws, it rather just bashes. Pistol shrimp, that's it. So the Klobster is at first boiled in a round stone pot that is spun on top of one of these magma vents, these lava vents. So it's boiling inside of a stone pot that's being spun around in a circle over and over and over. So once the cooked Klobster comes out, the shell is cracked over with a mallet, and the various Klobster meat is pulled out and layered inside a casserole dish filled with fish oil, roe, and deep sea potatoes. So it's placed in one of the ovens, and when it comes out, it's rich and creamy. And Jorin describes as he bites, every time one of the roe pops in his mouth, it's like an explosion of taste that just goes well with the punchiness of the Klobster. As for the kelp tempura, the kelp has been marinating in pearl peppers and heat fish scales, and has been covered in a roe batter and placed inside a sapphire stone pot with a lid in between the 2 of them. So the fish oil on one side is heated up on the lava vents, and then when the lid is pulled out from between the 2 pots, the kelp drops into the oil. So as soon as it's done, the lid is reinserted back in and it's rotated 180 degrees so that it separates. What comes out is extremely crunchy and spicy kelp tempura. So enjoy that, Spira. Nice and crunchy. It is one of the best foods that you guys have ever had, by the way. This is like high-end restaurant. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Crunch, 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 crunch. And
Nom 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 nom.
I need some quality abyssal.
yes, this is next level though. And then for the finale is a dark moon tart, which is a dessert that uses cracodon ink mixed with some imported flowers and fruits from the other species, and is served in a hollowed out urchin shell that's been shaved off of its spikes. But the result is something that's really like rich in flavor and a little bit sweet, but not too sweet. The abyssal don't like sweet flavors that much. So yeah. So it's palatable for you, Solaris. For the others, it's not as super sweet, but it is a very unique taste. Like, you've never tasted anything like this. The cracodon ink adds a very distinct flavor to it. You're not quite sure if you like it, but let's see how Hyacinth thinks. She doesn't like the ink. So that's a note. But yeah, the guards, they've also been enjoying themselves to the food and such. And you notice that Jorin has been ordering puffer beer for them. Solaris, you've had this a couple of times when you were getting your training as well. It's something that's quite popular amongst the young adult abyssals. So I'm not young adult, so sorry, like, 20 to 30-year-old range.
Mm-hmm.
It is a type of beer that's brewed inside glass casks, but the inside of the casks are layered with puffer fish skins. So the toxins from this fish seep slowly into the drink over the months that it brews, and this toxin is completely harmless to the abyssal, but it does leave a slight tingling on the lips and makes it not just alcoholic but also slightly euphoric. So it's heavier than water, so it sits nicely inside the tankard. And in fact, when you look at these puffer beer tankards, every now and then the bubbles rise up above, floating in the water, but then sink back down onto the drink. So it's a very hypnotic, almost lava lamp like effect as you're watching the drink sitting there. Yeah. Very strong alcohol, but would anyone like to try it?
No, not today.
You guys have learned from
I'd rather not.
Come on, it's got some mild pufferfin toxin in it.
No, I am not letting Nyx taste this.
You gotta roll for Jiro again.
I'm not even a real abyssal right now.
I don't want you sobbing after Jiro again before we enter the old city. So no. I will treat you to one after we are safe and done here.
So the 2 guards get a little bit Everybody give me just a general social roll. So like diplomacy or any social based skill. So yeah, diplomacy and persuasion plus your charisma. Because you guys got to get along with the guards as well.
Does insights work?
Yeah, insights can work as well, yeah.
So insights, perfection, and charisma.
Yeah. A nat 20!
My god. Oh my god.
See, I gotta roll for these guys with disadvantage. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they the puffer beer is doing its magic. These guys are getting quite intoxicated. They have the best food they've ever tasted. They have got tons of free beer. And you three and Jorin have become their best buddy. They are very, very happy. They do get a bit feisty with each other as they start talking about the various stories about the old city. So one of them even asks Jorin, because Jorin is like, so you actually went down there, and it's like, is it true that they have a gold vault hidden down there? It's like ever since the accident almost 100 years ago, you know, no one's been allowed down there, but I've heard that they hide gold. Jorin is like, I wouldn't know, I didn't see any gold when I was down there. Solaris, give me you can give an interrogation roll here, so you can use your insights to try and like prod them for more information about the old city and stuff.
It's insights and manipulation or what?
Yeah. 23, nice. And they 2. Yep, you apply all of your abyssal charm, and they are completely weak to not just your voice but your looks as well. And they spill the beans. They talk about pretty much everything. They've been bragging about how over the past few months, you know, the amount of pay that they've been getting from their job in the military has skyrocketed. In fact, like almost everybody in the town here has been getting huge amounts of pearls for joining the military, which has resulted in loads of people moving to Vaer'Ghul, because that's where like there's like easy money to be had here. So loads of people are coming here. So this seems to be the rumor that's going around to explain why so many towns are drying up. But you know that that's not quite right. That, you know, it's not like what you heard from the statue before. It's different. This seems to be more of a cover-up, but also there's way too many pearls going on here. Everybody give me an investigation roll.
Oh,
Nat 20.
again.
The dice turn around for you
That
guys.
20, really?
You guys come to the realization that a lot of this gold might actually, a lot of these pearls might actually be coming from the people that are being taken from their towns and such. Because even though there are thousands of abyssal in this city, it still is not enough people to make up for the fact that like this side of the ocean has basically been emptied. So it looks like the people that have come to this city are completely unaware of what's going on in the grander scheme of things. But a lot of the money from the disappeared people are possibly being used here to prop up this great lie that's going on here. Like, yeah, that's the only sensible like explanation that you guys can come up with. The guards start bickering again with each other because one really believes that there's like a gold vault down in the old city, and the other one like dares him to go in. Jorin, you notice, has been every now and then just like dropping clues here and there to like nudge the conversation in this direction. You can see the old man is super excited. He's just like, he when you guys see him, he winks at you guys and he's like, we're gonna get in. We're gonna get in. So the two guards are now thoroughly drunk, and they've been convinced that they're going to have a peek. After standing guard outside the door for all these years, it's only fair that they get to have a look inside this city. So yeah, and that's where we're gonna call it tonight. Next week you guys will go down to the old city.
The next episode should be right here. Thanks for watching.